So maybe you're trying to do something right now and you just can't seem to find that motivation, or maybe you do find the motivation, but then it just keeps wearing off, and then you find yourself just being, a lazy bum on your butt, not doing anything productive. So how can you actually get that motivation and stay motivated? What's going on, guys? So today I want to talk about something different than the military, right? So I'm going to talk about, motivation, staying motivated. A lot of people want to, lose weight. How are you going to stay motivated to actually continually grind to lose weight? And maybe you're trying to get in shape. How are you going to stay motivated to continually, get in shape and then stay in shape? Because a lot of people will lose weight and then they'll just gain it back. A lot of people will get in shape and then they'll just stop, right? They lose the motivation. Or maybe you're trying to work towards a goal in business. I have no clue. Maybe you're watching this video and you have no clue what my other videos are. I want to say welcome to you. But maybe you're trying to, find something with, with school or with business, and you're trying to stay motivated for that. So how can you actually do that? Well, I'm gonna let you guys know basically my thoughts on this, how I stay motivated, or at least as motivated as I can, because obviously not everybody is gonna be the most motivating person or motivated person every single day. But how can you optimize that? How can you stay as motivated as possible, throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout months, and even years? So a question I get a lot is, Matt, you're so inspirational. You motivate me so much. You seem so motivated. How do you just stay motivated all the time? And my first thing for you is, number one, you gotta figure out what the heck motivates you. I mean, you really do. Like, it's gonna be different for everybody. So if you ask me, how can you be motivated? I'm not gonna know the answer for you. There's general, threads and things that, people generally get motivated by, which, just look up on YouTube, look up motivational speech, motivational video, motivational quotes, right? Watch those, read those, listen to those, and those will motivate you for a bit, right? So maybe that doesn't even motivate you. Maybe, being in certain scenarios, or maybe seeing yourself being productive, maybe that motivates you. Maybe the process of being productive motivates you to keep on being productive. I don't know what the case is for you, but you really got to look at yourself. You got to look at yourself and be like, okay, what have I done in the past that has motivated me? I mean, you may be sitting here right now, oh gosh, I'm not motivated. I don't know what the freak to do. How do I get motivated? Well, think of a time in the past when you actually were motivated and what caused that motivation, right? So if you think about that, if you can think about what caused you to be motivated, well, that's one of those things that can motivate you. And so what you need to do is constantly keep doing that, right? So motivation is kind of like, you're filling up a cup of water and then the water has a leak in it, right? So if you go to some conference, if you hear some motivational speech, if you watch a motivational video, you read a quote, your cup of water is gonna be filled up with a little bit of motivation, and it's got a leak in the bottom, and that motivation is only gonna last for so long. You might go to the gym and you're just super motivated, and the first day you're like, yeah, I'm gonna freaking kill it today. I'm gonna lift weights, I'm gonna go super hard. And the next day you go back to the gym, man, I'm gonna kill it, it's gonna be great. Then you take a rest day. You take a rest day from the gym, and then the next day you're like, I'm gonna go to the gym, not really feeling it today. And then you take another rest day, and then the motivation just starts to leak out. And before you know it, you're not really that motivated to go to the gym anymore, and then you're just like, it's been a week, it's been a month, it's been a freaking year since you've done any kind of exercise, because that motivation has just gone away and you haven't refilled it back up. So what you need to do, in my opinion, this is what I do, is you just gotta constantly re-motivate yourself with what motivates you. And by far, this is the strategy that I use to motivate myself a lot. Now, some of it has to do with the fact that I am a little bit self-aware of myself, what makes me happy, what makes me mad, what motivates me. I kind of know these things about myself because, throughout the years, I'm very conscious and I've tried to learn these things about myself. So if you can become self-aware and learn these things about yourself, it's gonna help you out a lot. So for me, if I find myself not being motivated, if I find myself being lazy, I want to do something, right? Do something that is going to motivate you. Watch a video real quick. If you're not motivated to go to the gym, watch a 5 to 10 minute video on a motivational gym workout, or watch a workout. A lot of times for some people, that might motivate you to go to the gym. You might see, somebody and be like, yes, I want to do that. Those are my goals. I want to go reach those goals. And then you're going to go to the gym and you're going to work on those goals, right? So you have to keep constantly doing that. So you need to first find out what the heck it is that motivates you, and then keep refilling that cup of water that's going to be leaking, but you got to keep refilling it on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. A lot of times you might be motivating yourself every single day, then that kind of wears off a little bit. But at the very least, you want to be doing something that kind of motivates you for the week, motivates you every week, and then you can just keep that process going. Now, for me personally, one of the things that motivates me is seeing progress, right? So if I'm doing something and if I can see progress, that motivates me to keep on going. And I recommend this a lot with losing weight, or maybe it's even gaining weight for you. Maybe you're super skinny and you're trying to gain weight. So either losing weight or gaining weight. And then the other thing is fitness, right? So you're trying to get stronger, you're trying to get faster. A big mistake a lot of people make whenever it comes to these things that I just talked about is they're not tracking their progress. They're not taking physical, photos so that you can actually see the difference. They're not actually writing down, how many reps or something that they're doing. They're not keeping track of how fast they're running. They're not keeping track of anything. And so all the little minor incremental improvements, you're not gonna notice those, over a week, over 2 weeks, over a couple months. You're really not gonna see a whole bunch of change if you're, obviously if you're not really motivating yourself, if you're not doing this, and you may not even reach those couple of months. But in a month span, if you're not tracking these things, if you're not tracking your progress, you might be demotivated because you might just be weighing yourself on a scale and you're trying to lose weight, but all of a sudden the scale just stops going lower. You just stop losing weight, but you don't realize that you're actually gaining muscle and you're losing fat. But if you were to be taking pictures, every week, every couple of days or whatever on a regular schedule, and then you look back at those pictures, the before and after, and you compare them, and you go on, some app on your phone, and you just compare the pictures side by side, and you look, and you take a picture in the same lighting every single week, at the beginning of the day before you eat anything, you look at these two pictures, and you're like, huh, I maybe haven't lost a lot of weight, but I sure do look a heck of a lot better. That might motivate you to keep on going and keep taking those pictures, to keep tracking your progress. You might be looking at something on a run time. You might be tracking your runs, and if you're not figuring out where the heck you're going, like with your runs, like if you're doing a 15-30 2-mile run, you're trying to improve that, and you're really not keeping track of maybe how much you're pushing yourself. So you might keep track of a run, you do a 15-30, and you're pushing it at like 90% of what your maximum ability would be. And then the next run you do, you do it a little bit slower, you do it at 16 minutes, but you're really only running at about 75-80% of what the max you can do. So if you're keeping track of that, so if you're keeping track of how fast you're running, how much you're actually pushing yourself when you're running, over time you're gonna see progress. You're gonna see that, oh gosh, I did a 15 flat, 2-mile run, and I really wasn't pushing myself that hard. So there's my thoughts on how to stay motivated, and that's really, the few ways that I stay motivated. Because if you think about it as a cup that's full of water with a leak in it, you've got to constantly refill that. However you figure out that is the way that you are motivated. Whenever you figure that out, I'm not gonna be able to figure it out for you, okay? You can ask me a question, how do I stay motivated? I can just tell you how I do it. But in the end, it's gonna be up to you. It's gonna be up to you to figure out, your life. How do you stay motivated? How do you get motivated? That's really up to you. But those are my thoughts on it in this video. So I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, if you did, you should hit that like button. That would be awesome. If you want to stick around for more videos, hit the subscribe button. That would be even better. If you guys are not following me on social media, Instagram and Snapchat links are right here. Just want to give a big shout out to you who made it to the end of this video. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you later.